So as we know, both Nickelodeon and Spongebob have a very cushy, loving relationship. Why? Because all of Nickelodeon's revenue mostly comes from SpongeBob. SpongeBob is $1 billion franchise. $1 billion. That's basically the highest of any cartoon on Nickelodeon, because the good thing that SpongeBob has done for Nickelodeon was that SpongeBob premiered at the tail end of the 90s, as we all know, was one of the great eras of Nickelodeon, and SpongeBob was right there at the tail end of it. And if SpongeBob did not exist or come along at the end of Nickelodeon would probably be off the air waves right now. Why? Because the good shows started to diminish. Rugrats was already hitting their peak, and some of the episodes started to slip up and weren't really that good. Most of the shows were already taken off or canceled. So then we were left with, what else is there? And SpongeBob came in, stepped up, and is basically now the franchise of the network. The first thing you think about when you think of Nickelodeon shows is SpongeBob at the helm. After SpongeBob, there's nothing else that competes. There's nothing else that brings in the ratings on Nickelodeon than SpongeBob. You might have the Loud House come in a close second and sometimes beat SpongeBob, but on a consistent rate, SpongeBob, even the worst episodes, still rates higher than anything else on the network. But then also too, is that because of the longevity of SpongeBob, because of how long it lasted, and it's still on the airwaves just as much as The Simpsons is, that Nickelodeon has milked SpongeBob for everything it's worth, and it has declined in quality. I mean, the jokes aren't funny anymore, the writing isn't witty, and nobody wants to see it. And then now they made SpongeBob extremely yellow. All right, he was a yellow sponge before, but now SpongeBob is like bright yellow. He just doesn't look good, and the characters are just like not being characteristically themselves. It's just a whole slew of just madness. So even though you can say that SpongeBob saved Nickelodeon because it came in at the tail end and basically catapulted itself to greatness, you can also say that SpongeBob is the reason as to why Nickelodeon is failing now, because all they seem to run every day out of the week is SpongeBob. And it seems like Nickelodeon doesn't know how to promote shows like they used to do without SpongeBob. It seems that if a show is a little bit, dark, it even seems that if it's one of their old school shows, that they don't know how to promote it. But meanwhile, they could promote, new SpongeBob episodes this week. New SpongeBob marathon. Heck, you know how many times I see the commercial for SpongeBob on Broadway? SpongeBob on freaking Broadway. That's powerful stuff right there. And all I have to say is that Nickelodeon and SpongeBob are meant for each other, but at this time too, we need to think, when will SpongeBob end? I don't know. Hey, what's going on? If you love movies, definitely click the link in the description. Why? Because this link will give you the latest movies at a discounted rate of up to 60%. And this also includes your ticket as well as concessions with popcorn and sodas and things of that nature. So remember, if you love movies, check the link in the description.